so we about to get into a video real quick. We're going back over these verses. And we're gonna take a look at the reptilians and also the Bible and how it stacks up with our world today. And us being in slavery and all that. We already know all the slavery part. But yeah. So let's get to it. Give me a second. We're going to start with Revelations. Hold on. Alright, so the book of Revelations titled The Woman and the Dragon. We're going to let it play for us. So a great sign appeared in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and on her head a crown of 12 stars. Those 12 stars could be 12 different race of people as well. We know at some point, if this actually is true, which it probably is, if this woman is not or was not Satan's baby mama, then those 12 stars she brought with her to help the black race fight against the reptilians, because Satan had cast a third. So we're going to listen to it real quick and see what they say. Hold on, let me do something real quick. Let's see if I can wind this window up. Got an eavesdropper, just trying to eavesdrop on some shit. But, alright, here we go. So, let's go. Wait, let's let it play.
Chapter 12. And a great sign appeared in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet, and on her head a crown of 12 stars. She was pregnant and was crying out in birth pains and the agony of giving birth. And another sign appeared in heaven. Behold, a great red dragon, with 7 heads and 10 horns, and on his heads 7 diadems.
I wanted to pause it real quick. 7 diadems and 7 heads. See, that's the reason why the reptilians can work together so good. You know, us as black people, we can't come together. We can't work together that good. You know what I'm saying? We're not that good because we're all like alpha males, all like mini gods or something, right? We need our space. But the reptilians, aka the white folks, they can work together very well. You know, maybe that 7 heads got something to do with that. But we're going to finish letting it roll out.
His tail swept down a third of the stars of heaven and cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman who was about to give birth, so that when she bore her child, he might devour it. She gave birth to a male child, one who is to rule all the nations with a rod of iron. But her child was caught up to God and to his throne, and the woman fled into the wilderness, where she has a place prepared by God, in which she is to be nourished for 1,260 days. Now war arose in heaven, Michael and his angels fighting against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back. But he was defeated, and there was no longer any place for them in heaven. And the great dragon was thrown down, that ancient serpent, who is called the devil and Satan, the deceiver of the whole world. He was thrown down to the earth, and his angels were thrown down with him. And I heard a loud voice in heaven saying, Now...
Okay, so he was cast out of heaven, right? This woman fled, and she was there for 1,260 days, right? Maybe 3.5 years, 4 years, right? So, according to that, Satan hadn't even won the war yet. The war happened after this 1,260 days, according to the Bible. So he could have been in heaven longer than that, right? So meanwhile, I want you to study on this part right here. 4. And his tail swept down a third, but we already know cast him down, created and cast him down, but they change it up every now and then. But we'll just go with this. His tail swept down the third of the stars of heaven and cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman. So remember, he cast the stars to the earth. Now the stars are already on their way. Okay? So there go the red dragon, right? Standing before the woman in heaven, casting his stars. As you can see, he's casting his third of the stars to our planet. Boom. All of these stars, right? He's casting them to our planet. 7 heads, red dragons, the crowns on his head, the horns on his head. So this picture showing one of his heads got 3 horns. One of them got most of them got 1 horn. Some of them got 2 horns. All right, so he's casting his stars to our earth. Now his stars are on the way. His angels, they're on the way to our planet. They're landing all over the world, all over our planet. All right. Once they got there, war broke out, fighting exchange. They captured and killed some of our ancestors, some of our peoples. Some of our peoples captured and killed some of them. And you can see the reptilians. You can see they have horns, sharp teeth. They had swords at that time. See the horns, the teeth, and they were shaped almost like a man, except they had wings, but we know they wasn't bird wings. Also in this picture, you can see where they have an eagle over the whole world, and if you look at this eagle, you can see blue skies. Oh, hold on. You can see the blue skies and Satan's stars on his way to our earth. Now, for some reason, our country decided to go with the eagle as our symbol, as our nation's symbol, right? Which tells us that at some point they must have knew that Michael was a humanoid bird, and that Michael was the one that defeated the dragon, the 7-headed dragon, which are their creator. So here is a bird, when we know Satan is not a bird, he's a dragon. But maybe, of course, they're not going to use a dragon, because then everybody would have caught on to it by now. They'll go to fallen stars from Revelations 12 on its way to our planet. There's the bird surrounding it, which tells us they must know the story. Of course, they had to know the story because they had direct ties to the heavens above. And here is like an old picture of the Confederate flag, similar. And you can see the stars. The stars, which were, I seen one that had in the middle right here, one flag that had a sign of a shield and bats and sticks and stuff, which means they were getting attacked by the reptilians from all sides, and they managed to defeat them, which gave birth to the black Confederate flag, which it was black before it was white. Once the white people conquered the blacks, they changed it and just put this, all stars, across it. I guess that symbolized that the stars end up winning, because it's no more fighting in the middle right there, which there's no shield and a bat and sticks, which were the blacks' original sign for the flag. It's just now all stars all the way across, once the white folks got a hold of it. And eventually we know that the United States flag ended up defeating the Confederate flag, because it's no longer in the South anymore. It's just the United States flag. And as you can tell, there's the fallen stars coming to our planet that Satan cast upon the planet. Now, once the reptilians arrive, this is what they look like. They're reptilians, they're human dragons, a type of devils, aliens. They are aliens. I want y'all to read what this article says about reptilians. The article here wants you to think that this is fake, that it's fictional, right? Because here they put the reptilian aliens is a fixture of, let me get this actually out the way. Okay, we'll go from the top. The reptilian alien is a fixture of science fiction from H.P. Lovecraft's tales of valiant allusions to the Cardassians